Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Sultan. If you're just joining us on this show, it's Metromale, and I'm your anchor for this season. If they still employ me for next season, you see my very fine face. On Metromale today, we're going to be discussing with my usual suspects, my brothers Ahmad, Oyekan, and Saheed, Osikoya, also known as Bizzle. So on the show today, we're going to be discussing about, don't worry, keep your fingers crossed. When we get back, I will tell you what we'll be discussing about, and I'll introduce my panelists. You are welcome back to Metromale, Sultan, a.k.a., let me say it right, Abdul-Ganiyy Fasasi, a.k.a. Sultan, yes. And I'm here with my usual suspect, Saheed Osikoya. Bizzle.
Saheed Osikoya, popularly known as Bizzle, not Osikoya.
Okay, you know you said it, you tell your own story yourself.
Exactly.
This is the best way I can tell your story. So sorry, pardon me. My brother Ahmad Oyekan called in, I don't want to say sick, he didn't call in sick. He called in responsible. Then he was busy with some family issues, so we have to wait on him. On you working on sets, or you?
I'm here. I'm here.
See my brother.
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell my story myself.
I missed you because you didn't butt in when I was trying to call your name. You know, as usual. So do you wanna? Let me give you the. No, you can say it.
Assalamu alaikum. Sorry, I'm late. I had to attend to wifey at home.
Oh.
It's one of those things.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Once you're married, some things you cannot.
How do you feel? How do you feel when you hear such things? You can't wait, right?
Inshallah, soon.
Soon. Okay, you have a date, you don't have a wife, or you have a wife, you don't have a date. What do you have?
I'll say soon.
You have both.
I'll say soon.
It's soon, inshallah.
Okay. So my brother, I was still making up my mind on what topic to discuss about, and what you just did right now really touches my heart, like, you know, because I'm a father and a husband. I just feel that it's always good to, you know, set some time out and working on sets, unannounced, you know, just to do stuff for your family.
We don't. I mean, as you said, it's something very good to do, and one doesn't have any option.
So on that note, I would want us to discuss about family and Islam. People at home, please stay tuned and listen very carefully to this. This is a very delicate part of Islam, because this is the foundation of knowledge, and everything you learn about Islam, about life, social issues, and everything starts from home. So may Allah provide us the wisdom to influence them positively. Okay, let's start from Mr. Family Man himself, Super Dad.
Thank you for that. For that honor. I thought you were going to claim it for yourself.
No, you know, I got my S on my chest, and that sounds Sultan, like double S's. I don't need one more S. I'm good.
Okay. So, as you just rightly said, the family is the bedrock of society. The family is the bedrock of even the unity as a deen, as a Muslim. The family is where everything starts from. So, and how do we get to family? You need to get married, you need to have your spouse, get married, and when Allah blesses you with children, you have a larger family. And the family is a very important unit. It's the most important unit of society, and most important too, unit in the deen, because as you said, everything starts within the family. You know, where you share knowledge, how you share responsibilities, how you teach, how you learn, you almost
conform to rules.
Conform to rules. Most of the things you learn, you start from the family. You know, so it's the smallest unit of society, and it is the most important unit. Because if family breaks down, society has broken down.
True.
So we have a lot of responsibilities as parents, to be able to keep up, teach our children, teach our wives, teach members, people are under our care. Because on the day of judgment, we will be responsible for everybody that's under your care. Everybody under you, will be responsible for them. So it's a big responsibility. And may Allah help.
I'm not scared.
This is up to the task,
I'm
inshallah.
up to the task.
Okay. Inshallah.
Because this was like, everybody. Like,
Yes.
yeah, I mean, it's a good thing. And I also want to say this from my own experience. I got married to someone that was a Christian. So she changed, and converted to Islam. And that was not the only battle I had to fight. I had to fight tribal battle.
Okay.
So us doing all that battle, I think, strengthened us a great deal. Because all I did was, I didn't want to influence her thoughts on changing to Islam. I was like, look, just watch Islam. Watch the way I do my thing. Pay close attention. I know you've been watching and seeing from another point of view, but now that you want to get involved with me, watch my life closely, even when I don't know you're watching, and other people as well, just know what Islam is all about. And that exactly, she did. I mean, before we even got to the marriage stage, she was already praying with me. She had gone to the mosque to convert, and she had already started praying. Yeah, and the truth of the matter is, my wife is not that kind of person. You can't influence her. In fact, the more you try to influence her, the more she will just bend, So she did everything on her own. Everything, all the findings. Yes, of course, I helped, guide her through the process. But all I'm saying is, I'm so happy today, that I can be here doing my own thing, and my wife is with my kids, and she's always apt with prayers, and she's always on point. Every time I look at my marriage, I just see a one battle, besides just feeling like it's good for me. I use the opportunity to bring someone into Islam without even, breaking a sweat.
That's, for people who don't know, that's a form of jihad. Because people think jihad is just about killing. That's a form of jihad, a battle that you fought for yourself. So,
Alhamdulillah for that.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah.
I'm really grateful to Allah. I just had to put that out there before, because there's no way I can run away from that fact. Is there, you can Google it. Most times they're right there. So, but the true matter of the fact is, how challenging is it for you as a single man, hearing from us and planning a family before, putting into consideration what I've spoken about, a life partner, who is the ideal life partner, and what are your plans of being a Muslim dad and husband? So what challenges are there for you? What do you do? How do you choose a girlfriend now?
As a single Muslim guy, the challenges are for finding a wife or a partner, because you cannot call her a wife. You have to find a partner. Is hard for the society we're in right now, because first of all, you hardly find, if you're saying you want to look for a Muslim female, after mosque, they go home straight. They don't, there's no form of way to socialize. There's this Islamic thing I went for. They said it was supposed to be a singles forum, and I went there. Okay, obviously, male and female can be together. So after after the whole talk and everything, even the females, there was no way to interact with the females because they left the event immediately. So, I didn't actually go there to look for. I went there.
You are a freelance man. I'm always glad.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong in going to. I mean, I'm single. I'm looking for my life partner. Yes. But that wasn't my sole aim of going to the event. I went to the event based on the fact that it was a singles
Singles.
events, and I just said, you know what?
Nice.
And there was the ustaz that was speaking was someone that I've heard a lot about, so I just wanted to go and listen to to know everything and the advice he gave. And he gave a lot of advice, you know, about how to pick a bride and how he found his bride. He said, you know, when he found somebody that he thought was the one, he prayed, and you know, he did tajud for like 2 weeks straight that to make sure that she was the one, you know. So I feel like we need to have more Islamic social gatherings where, you know, at least you know, there's some sort of way where we can communicate with, just to even because.
Let me help you. We need more singles forum that can matchmake and also at least create a balance.
A balance,
and
exactly.
a meeting place for the male.
For male and female Muslims, because I know a lot of female. I have a lot of female Muslim friends too, who are like family friends or cousins who are also looking for good Muslim men, but they don't find them because like after mosque, like there's no way to. So it's not really a problem for a guy like me. You know, I wish there was a female here to talk about this as well, because they too go through the same process. Like, you know, it's not after the mosque, like everyone's going their separate ways. You know, some people feel scared that, okay, look, if I try to talk to this lady after the mosque, people will judge me that you just left the mosque and you're chasing after women. But, you know, people need to understand that sometimes, like, you're not chasing after a woman for the wrong thing. That's probably the person that, you know, like they say love is blind and it'll take over your mind. You might see someone here and be like, this is what I've been praying to Allah for. You know, let me approach her. You know, but you're scared or you're shy because, no, it's not me, I'm just saying people are scared or shy because like, what society will say, or what the people around will say, look, you did this, you're talking to a lady just after leaving the mosque, and things like that. So I feel this is also an opportunity to let people know that, look, if you feel that it's not a matter of, this is not a matter of like, you want to just play around or thing. If you feel like you are serious and this is the person you feel like, this is somebody that looks like, we can start something, a relationship, and eventually develop into being my future life partner, I think you should make that move. Don't be scared of what anybody will say, because trust me, people who are scared of what people say are the people who don't go far in life. Even for Muslims too, a lot of Muslim people that are scared that, people say I'm a terrorist because I feel comfortable dressing, Islamic. Or a lady that wears a hijab, they'll say, I mean, this or that. Sometimes we need to care about what people say, but not too much. We don't need to let what people say, like, at the end of the day, the words don't kill. Yes, they will say something, but if that's what if that's that lady you wanted to talk to, that you were afraid of is actual life partner for you and the person that will change. So sometimes
I think the ladies should reach out.
You know, obviously too. Ladies too should reach out. It's not about men. Like it's you have to be. You have to meet at the point in the middle.
Please,
ladies, feel free.
Scroll Bizu's number.
No, please don't scroll my number.
Okay, Daddy.
I was just laughing inside when Bizu was just telling us his experiences. So I didn't know we had young Muslim male. I go to the mosque and we had the eyes on some sisters. Why not?
There. That's the best place. That's the best place. Hopefully.
I'm saying that I didn't.
But
know.
I mean, you're not in the mosque. But
another thing I wanted to tell my brother, another advice is try to be creative. You know, good things don't come easy.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you do some sleuthing, some spy work, and try to find out what the person is and try to reach out. But also as a follow-up to that, I think there's a lot of forums now coming up where young Muslim male of serious minded whatever can meet the same of the female ones on the female side. They do forums. You have MICA, Movement for Islamic Culture and Awareness. They meet in 1004. And it's they have the lecture parts, they have the talks and all that, but also it's a place where both male and female can talk and meet, and it's free from. You don't have everybody there. It's your own kind of people. Everybody that goes there, go there with that serious intention. I think what you should worry about is the intention. If you know my intention is clean and pure, there's nothing wrong. I mean, here it's even quite, I think, very quite shy. Other places, they can walk in somebody's house and tell the man, Salaam alaikum, So. I believe.
I have a flower to pluck.
Here, I said, sir, I'm here as a single. My name is Saheed Osikoya, and I'm here. I saw your beautiful daughter in the mosque, and I'm here. My intention is pure. If you permit me, please, this is what. Come, they will look and sit down and have a chat. And after, it goes. So I think what we should do is, once the intention is pure, Allah will guide you towards your
Amen.
the right partner for you.
Amen.
But also,
I'll
as I
perform
said,
prayer already.
so another thing you just said is, let's create more forum or places where people can meet. So
Exactly.
it's something that...
Okay, let's not digress. This is not about dating now.
No, it's not about dating. No, I'm just saying, like,
No,
just
the
more.
topic of the day is the family.
Yeah.
Don't rush it. You'll get there.
I mean,
Now, as a family man, how do you make sure that the social life does not interfere with the religious lives? And the kids and madam, everybody, how do you create that balance?
it's tough. My brother, it's one of the toughest things ever because family life now is quite different from back in the days. What your kids and your family is exposed to is quite different. You know, so it's constant challenge and the constant headache of how to always make sure that there's that balance. If you take your kids now, for example, now what they're exposed to via TV, via technology, you know, their YouTube, iPads, and everything, the reach is more. So you now have it's a lot of work now to be able to go through and make sure your kids are on the right path. You don't leave them alone, you know, to just delve into the field. I know, and they get lost in that field of not knowing, what it is, what is right and what is wrong. Because the definitions, I mean, it keeps changing every day. You say, okay, look, I don't want my kids to watch whatever these music channels are. No, I want Cartoon Network. And so when you look at what some of the cartoons do, the cartoons are not appropriate for children.
Yes.
They have all sorts of cartoons now portraying all kinds of messages. So like, this is what my kids want to learn. So you don't just make assumptions. You need to always be parenting and you need to always be there.
Exactly.
And you need to always be watching what they're looking at. You get me? As in the other episode, we're talking about control of their social media and what they're exposed to. You know, we just take it for granted that once they say it's for kiddies, it's okay for kiddies. No. But the standard for kiddies from the person that's producing is quite different from your own standard.
Exactly.
So you don't want your kids start asking you questions, talking funny one way, and you're wondering where is he learning that from? But the program you left him on to watch on TV is not good enough. So parenting is, you have to be on top and you really have to be constantly being involved with them. You have to be involved with them. You get me? Because now they are so smart and very intelligent, you know, and they pick things a lot. You know, they pick things from outside, from people. So you need to always be involved with them to know where they are learning, what they are learning, and who they are learning from. Exactly. You know, it's really tough. But I mean, we have to be up to the challenge.
What position are you in the family?
What position? In my family?
Yeah.
I'm number one in my family.
No, not as a father. I mean, your extended family. You know.
No, I mean, for my family, I'm second.
Your sibling.
Yes, I'm the second child.
Always second child.
Yes.
Because I was wondering, how do we tackle family feuds, like from the Islamic point of view? You know, that's always that family feud. So how do you respond to it Islamically? Like, okay, this your sister reports the other sister to you, and you just want to be as neutral as possible. How do you create that balance of?
No, what you have to do is, you know, as I said, you have kids and you love all of them. You understand me? So the Islamic principles are there. Be just and be fair. You understand me? You cannot, even if you like one of the kids and is doing well, much better, you have to spread the love evenly. They're your kids and they expect that from you.
Exactly.
And they notice it very easily that you think they don't. No, they notice when you are showering more favors on someone, more gifts on someone, and they know. So don't think that, okay, look, this one is not, my daughter is coming first and the other one is not, and I'm going to, give her more love or give her more affection. No, affection has to be even all across board at all times.
Exactly.
You know, they are not equal, and they won't be equal. They're different. They have different personalities. Allah has blessed them in different ways. And also, you have to share that love evenly across. So once you are dealing with them, you have to be very careful. You have to be principles of being just and being fair. Has to be. So even
So are you
when
the go-to guy?
Eh?
Are you the go-to guy in your family?
Well, I try to be. I try to make sure I'm the go-to guy.
How do you try to be the go-to guy? You say that you are the go-to guy. Everybody picks up. You're on speed dial when there's wala in the camp. You're like, okay.
No, I try to because if not, someone else will be the go-to. And they go to be giving decisions or making things happen the way you don't want to. So try, when you're involved with them, they recognize the fact that, look, I have a problem, I can run to my dad, I have issues to be resolved, I can take it to him. And he will impartially, judge and, deliver judgment on it. So that's something you have to give them that confidence. I'll always be fair to you, no matter the situation. I will not side someone over you, or because I'm not happy with you at this moment, I won't do what is appropriate for you. No. Let it be even. You get me? Yeah, so it doesn't cause any rancor or rift within
children. Are so intelligent.
They're so intelligent.
Sometimes I just try to, I freestyle with them. I just want them to, because I know that through songs, through repetitions like that, it will stick to their head. Stuff about Islam that might appear a bit boring to them. I just make it all look fun. So there was sometime my kids, I sang a song to them. I can't even me know if you remember the song. So I was like, I'm a Muslim child, I say my prayers right and daily. After I told them to sing, I taught them how to pray. Like you pray 2 times in the morning, 4 2 times by day, 3 in the evening, and 4 by night. So I taught them that song. I mean, walk, everything, I don't forget. So as I came, and I was asking one of them, so how many times and what rakas, how many rakas do you pray? He was just like, Daddy, but you told the song now. I said, oh boy, these people still remember this song. I teach them.
You don't forget.
It's so much fun. Kids do not forget. They have this telepathic, the muscle memory is just crazy. So for me, I always try to, apart from the books, apart from the computers, and some new softwares now that we have, apps, all sorts, we have to be part of their lives too. We do stuff that we don't even remember that we did, and they still, still remember it. So for me, my advice to you, Mr. Bizzle, I'm 8 years deep. How many years are you?
9 years.
You must always want to talk me, Sha.
It's not my fault.
What year?
Yeah. What month?
What year?
2000.
See, I'm not even going to know the year we married.
No, 2009.
2009 too now.
Okay, sorry.
Are you in 2018?
Yeah.
I knew it. You see why I asked you?
Your levels.
Brother, leave that thing. Just what? 1st of October.
I should get it now.
How many weeks?
Like 6, 7, 8 months. So that's a lot. That's a lot to marriage life. 8 months.
Okay, permit me to advise our brother.
Please go ahead.
So, Bizzle, from a married man to a potential
soon to be married
man, you need to be very close to your kids. You need to always be with them.
I already love kids, to be honest. Like I have 4 nephews. I mean, two of them are always at my house, and I know how to treat them. I know how to. I take them out. I treat them equally. I do not buy. Okay, if I buy something for this, I have to buy for the second one. I don't do partiality or you take this, you don't take that, you don't deserve this. Everything I do, if I give one scoop of ice cream, the other gets 1 scoop of ice cream. Everything is equal.
So goody two shoes. Uncle, I'm always doing good things. Uncle. Have you ever spanked them before?
Oh yes, I do all the time. All the time. When they are not here, I spank them. They know.
So good.
So I don't. It's not every time. It's
okay, we'll be right back. It's been exciting. It's been interesting. Remarkable experiences.
I'm learning a lot from you guys. You guys have given me the expo.
Yeah, the expo. You're gonna pay for that.
Just claim the alhamdulillah. Let me talk. This guy. I will have a problem with you.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
You're always topping everything.
You are the one that starts now.
But it's not a competition, man.
Don't worry, I'm just joking with him. Let me fire him now. He's always intimidating me with his intelligence. Okay, so we'll be right back on Metromale while I, squash the beef with him. You are welcome back to Metromale. My name is Sultan, and you are watching the most interesting show on TV right now. Yes. Do you agree on that?
Yeah, inshallah, I agree on that.
What about you?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, if you're watching this alone, I want you to call your family members and watch this. It will do you guys a great deal. And I would want us to touch some part of the family topic that we've not spoken about, which is how you relate with your in-laws.
I need to listen carefully to this.
That's why I didn't ask you, bro. I just wanted you to.
I said, relationship with in-laws is very tricky, touchy, and it's very much expected. You know, it's something you cannot shy away from. I mean, once you get married, some people say you marry the girl and her family. So it's not so-called, say, Oyibo lifestyle is just you and your wife alone. No, the wife belongs to the family and the family comes with her. So if you expect to have your in-laws and part of our extended family coming around, and how you relate with them is very crucial, because when you get married initially, they are very edgy. They want to see how you treat.
Normally.
How you treat
You will be edgy.
Yes, how you treat their daughter or their sister or their auntie, and how you treat them too. It's a reflection of your relationship with her. Because, I mean, if you have a lot of respect and you love her, I mean, you will probably want to treat people that come closest to her, treat them well. So one has to be very, very, very careful, and in the sense that these are lifelong decisions. You know, you have issues that might affect your relationship with her. So you need to be very careful. I mean, but as a Muslim, you treat people nicely. As a Muslim, you treat people with respect, and you're hospitable to people. And sometimes the advice is you be extra hospitable. You know, be extra hospitable to your in-laws. Do you understand me? Especially when you're just starting out. You know, go out to be extra nice.
To the point where they think you're overacting.
No, I don't think it's point. I mean, they always enjoy it and welcome, but you know, initially you have to be very extra hospitable to them. Do you understand me? And try to be accommodating. You know, sometimes they come a lot to the house. Sometimes they're taking part of my time. You know, my privacy. I can't spend time, but it's all part of getting to know them. And inshallah, once you get to know them, everything starts to flow. So be very accommodating with them, you know, bend over for them. And you're doing it because of your relationship with her. Because she's also watching you. You know, she wants things to be good and smooth with her. Yes, because it tells her to. So she's also watching you. And
it also reflects the way
it's a very delicate
family as well.
For me, very correct.
But me, I'll just put this in there. I'm not married, but I feel like the in-laws too should also respect themselves. Because, you know, I've heard stories where some in-laws don't respect themselves. Where, okay, you just take the piss because you're allowed to come to the house now. You don't want to leave the house. You know, you want to just move into the house and stay in the house. You know, you need to give them some privacy.
Yes,
like
I agree
let them. You've lived with your husband. You have as a mother-in-law. You've lived with your husband. You know, you shouldn't come into the home.
But I think that's left to
for the guy's mom or the girl's mom. You shouldn't come into their home, even if you are going to. Once in a while, yes, it's allowed. Come on, or you take the kids, the grandkids away to play with them, but don't come into their home. And some people, I've heard so many stories where the mother-in-law will come into the house and turn it into her own house. Is what she wants to cook. Is what she's cooking. They have to eat. Is what. No, it's not about being married. But I've heard. No, it's not about being married. I have heard stories which has ended up breaking up the home. Even if you listen to a lot of Mufti Menk and other top Islamic scholars, they would say it, that a lot of, even not only in Nigeria, so mother-in-laws, they will come in and take over the house. It's not about being married. You have to
that is normal. That's normal. I'm just joking.
I think my brother has a point, but we are not the ones to tell them.
No, I'm not saying us to tell them. It's just that the ones watching and listening.
Sometimes the responsibility is with the couple themselves. You know, you have to have your guiding principles that you guys. I love you, but I have to leave you. You know, that kind of love, you have to show them that you guys are good on your own. And not having them around doesn't mean you don't love them.
Or you don't care about them.
You shower them with love in other ways that can keep them at bay and not come to your confines. So you know that at the end of the day, nobody's snooping around, wanting to know some extra information that would, so many people do that. We have different kind of people. So it's not just about tagging it in-laws. There are people, you have some very wonderful in-laws that just...
That's what I wanted to say.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to say, like, keep an open mind.
Like,
Keep an open mind.
my cousin, like, her mom gets jealous of her mother-in-law. The relationship she and her mother-in-law have. Like, you see your mother-in-law mother, you come to see me, your own mother. But, I mean, they have a wonderful, strong relationship. Like, every year since they've been married 6 years, she and her husband have been married 6 years. Every year, she and her mother-in-law, they go to Makkah for Umrah. Like, and the husband himself gets jealous, like, you will go with my mother, you will leave me. That this year with my mother, the relationship is too strong. So, I mean, there's situations like that where the relationship with the mother, the in-laws is wonderful. Mm-hmm. Like, it's like as if you guys are family.
Yeah, long-lost daughter,
and
long-lost son.
Trust me, it might just be one part, one half of that relationship that's making it work. Do you understand? So, and it might be the mother-in-law.
Yeah.
It is always the mother-in-law. Because if she goes the other extreme, she too will flare up because she will always be defensive of her own mom. So for me, I think the in-laws, once you turn to an in-law, because remember you always used to talk down on in-laws too. So once you turn to an in-law, you need to behave yourself and understand the confines of
the things you didn't like when you were in your early stage of your marriage. You shouldn't replicate it in your child's marriage.
For me, I just feel everybody should, and the couple, they have a role to play. That's
huge role.
They have a huge role to play. The understanding.
They define the boundaries.
Yeah, of course.
Single male Muslims and single female Muslims. Are you listening? I'm just advising them to listen to this because it's, you need to understand this.
Scroll business number. Scroll his number. Scroll this guy. What are you saying?
They need to understand this thing so that it's part of we're teaching this.
Scroll his number and his handle. Slide in his DM.
No, please.
Look at him. Should I auction him?
No.
Okay. So it's okay. So, but yeah, from before we were talking about
by single.
No, but it is
single and searching. Don't worry, it's
been a lot of work and research because it seems that in-law part is really going deep into it.
Yeah.
But don't worry, keep an open mind. You see, don't have prejudices about in-laws. As I said, they are difficult ones and they are wonderful ones. They are wonderful.
That example
you gave that's kind of when you pray for that. Look, let me have in-laws that are wonderful, from my father-in-law,
and my mother. You have to clean up your act so that you can have wonderful in-laws responses from them.
Yeah, that's it. That's another one. Your action too will really matter. So you need to. As I said, family or parenting is a huge responsibility because what you do now is a reflection of yourself and your family. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not only representing yourself, you're representing your family.
We've been speaking from the man's POV.
Yes, point of view.
We've not really spoken from the family of the women. That this guy is not the ideal guy for your sister. You understand what I'm saying? How do you relate?
Not being an ideal guy for sister, they want to get married.
No, they're married already now. Do you understand? Okay, it's a small world now. You find out that he's cheating on her somewhere. How do you play your part?
Tough. You don't want to hear stuff like that.
Tough.
But you see, the thing is, as I said, the principles of being a Muslim, you look at situations like that, I don't want to disrupt the family life. But I have to be honest in my dealings with people. I have to be honest to my sister, and I have to be honest to the brother-in-law. So if it's someone you can sit down and have a chat with, someone like that, hi brother, we're all guys, stuff like that. No,
or go and confess?
no, there's not a confession. You see, the thing is that
Are you advising him to confess or to stop?
no, you go talk to him and try to get him to stop. Because as I said, for every you want to pass a message, there must be a very intelligent way of passing the message, because you don't want that message you're passing to disrupt and nobody gets the message. So you look at the bigger picture and say, look, yes, we're all human beings. He's my Muslim brother. I don't go and broadcast his fault outside. If it's
always like I read so much, like always hide your brother's faults.
That is what the Muslim does.
Yeah.
So if you see
The bro code is with the Muslims. You need to know that. We got the bro code.
Yeah, you want to hide his faults. You don't go and expose his faults. God, what you're doing, he knows, and he can. But you pray to him that covers it, that doesn't make it public. So that he can have that chance to repent and change before it becomes public knowledge. So approach is very important. If you're somebody can have that chat, like how guys are. We try to get things, and sometimes we go out, we miss our way, but we have a family now.
But some people need to get into trouble before they change.
That's what I'm saying. It depends on the situation. You get me? Someone that you can have that chat with and let him know that, look, guys, we're guys and we're young adults, we're adults now, we have family now. All the things we used to do before, we can't continue. Try to get him and pray that Allah opens his heart, sees what he's done wrong, and he changes. But as I said, it might be difficult if it doesn't change. It doesn't change. I mean, you don't want to hurt your sister too, and you have to be honest with it. There are some situations that are so bad that, look, as I said, he has to go.
It has to go to the worst
before it gets better. So you look at the approach and see which approach is better, because you don't want to break up.
True that.
You don't want to break up. So let's put that at the back of our mind.
Okay.
And may Allah make it
how
easy
many
for
kids
us.
do you? How many kids do you hope to, inshallah, have?
When that time comes.
Okay.
When that time comes.
So
may Allah direct me and to know how many kids I would have or want to have. Okay. So I don't want to be baby scouting.
Yeah. So, bro, how many kids do you have?
I got 3 kids, 3 wonderful girls.
Have you wrapped it up? Or?
And I've not wrapped it up. I'm open. I come with
this guy won't beat me. I have 3 kids too.
Really? You're chasing me.
And I was hoping to wrap it up, but this one you're saying you always want to.
I come from a family of 10. I have 5 brothers. I have 6 brothers and 3 sisters. So
I have 2 brothers and 3 sisters.
So I've double yours. So you have a long way to go. So 3 in the subset of 10 is still a foul. And I was like, I can't catch my father. I can't catch my father, but I'll try to be close. But man, I said, that's hard work.
The ladies of back then, they can handle all that.
But now
I'm sure your wife will cry after.
If she hears me now, she'll be looking at me like,
sure
yeah,
right.
You're talking for yourself. Speak for yourself.
Oh, thank God.
Well, may Allah bless us with beautiful children, good children.
And
give us the means to take care of them. And teach them the right things to do and guide them to the right path. And may Allah guide us to the right path.
Amen.
The Prophet said, teach your kids to pray at age 7, then beat them about it at age 10. Allah said it did not create the genes of mankind except that we should worship him. Now, that is the paramount thing why we're on earth, to worship Allah. And that's the only reason verses in beat them about it so that they would know it's very important. I have 2 little baby boys now. I have Mujahid, I have Muhammad. The young one is 2, one is 2 plus 1 is 1. Every time I pray, they come on the mat and say Akbar, Akbar, and they're trying to imitate me. So if the parents, we do the right thing from the get-go, I think teaching the kids to pray wouldn't be an issue, because it will already be infused in what they are used to on a daily basis. So basically, what we do in front of our kids mold them into what they grow up to be. So basically, enforcement starts at 10. If you notice that they're still lagging when it's Zohr, they're not praying, they're still waiting till Asr, then you have to start them, go and pray. You'll be stand at them and tell them so that they know you're not happy with that. Then that's what Islam really encourages. That 7, teach them, then 10, enforce it. Then may Allah make it easy.
that the Holy Prophet Muhammad SAW made us realize that from the age of 7, you should encourage your child to start to pray. And age 10, you should try and enforce it. The way kids are growing now, it's so shocking. Sometimes you see a 5-year-old boy doing wonders. So I would say yes, that is what Islam says. But starts from a very tender age, maybe like 2-3 years old. Allow them to read the Quran, even if they don't know what they are reading. Just let them say Alhamdulillah and just be playing with it. And let them play among the children, other children that are Muslims, not just children that are singing. I'm not saying they shouldn't sing, but I'm only saying they should be among those children that are also well behaved from a very good background, and that will really help your child growing up.
On the male counterpart in marriage, before we get to the female, the first thing is feeding, clothing, housing, that's shelter. Everything that makes the wife comfortable, the male has to provide that. Then on the part of the female, she has to upkeep the home, guard the chastity, take care of the kids, take care of the home. You understand? While the husband is away. That's the major role for the women as well. We should be quick to say, I'm sorry, when we're at fault. That goes to the male because we have serious ego. It's part of who we are. Communication is a major thing in what we're dealing with. Once we have very good communication, I think everything else will fall in place. And understanding, it's a very, very, very key part of everything. So when situation comes, once the understanding is there, we'll get through it. And so on and so forth. May Allah make it easy. In Islam, our wives are not our slaves. We have to help them as much as we can. The best help, the very best help for our women, in helping them is to provide. That's the key thing, provide. If our wife says, I need 50,000 now for my allowances, if Allah has blessed the husband, I think he should, oblige the woman. It's very, very important. Now, apart from the provision that men give to our wives, we should always help them. Sometimes, even if they're not sick or anything, you can treat your wife, you can treat your family by saying, let me do some lobster with prawn sauce and things like that. I'm just being funny. But something unique, like, your wife does not really prepare. Even if it has to go, you have to take you online to look at some nice recipe and do it for the family. It builds the strength of the love.
I think our women are not our slaves. We're supposed to be partners and assist each other in everything we're doing. As part of our responsibility as the husband, we should also assist our wives in whatever we think we can to make things happen. So it's also very important. There should be limits to whatever you're doing, because some women too take it as if it is your responsibility to always wash the plates. Have you swept the living room, Mr. So it's also very important that there should be limits to whatever you're doing. Assist your wife, and of course the wife will also assist the husband.
For me, I take my family out. Sometimes we go to the park. Sometimes we go to the mall. I just want to get the kids out. And a lot of times, actually, they initiate it. So it's a very key part of it. Sometimes I do it for the sake of fun. Then most of the time, the intentions I have is to make my family happy. So I kind of mix and match everything together. But the most important thing is that we have fun, and then we do something that is halal. So I employ also to do that to our families, because kids, basically, they love to explore. It's part of what children do.
Taking the family out, it keeps the bonds of the family. No matter how it is, when you go out with your family, have some nice time. People feel it is out of way as a Muslim to go out. Subhanallah. If you go to Islamic countries, or should I say countries that have a higher population of Muslims, you see a lot of recreational centers where Muslims hang out. You should hang out sometimes. It is important for your sanity, for the well-being of the family, and you can also extend the hand of fellowship to some of the families that are around you. Can we go out together? Can we go for a picnic? It keeps the bond. The Holy Prophet Muhammad SAW says, when you exchange gifts among families, it gives you bonds.
If your wife has an attitude, As long as your in-laws are upright, the marriage will never fail. So our in-laws are like our parents, an extension of our parents. They can't be our parents, but they're an extension of that. So the kind of respect we'll give to our parents, we have to give to our in-laws. So based on both sides, the female side, the male side, everything. And in Yoruba too, we say kosano kekere, and that is the truth. That's why in Yoruba culture, when a woman comes into a family and it sees kids running around, you will call them boda. I mean, I don't know how he came up with that, but that's how we grew up and we met. You understand? I think it's part of this culture of, infusing that respect and,
Allah says in the Holy Quran that we are the best of mankind in terms of characters. We enjoin people to do the good things and the right things and forbid them to do the wrong and the bad things. So as a result, we should also extend that in our daily lives with our in-laws. They are as good as our own parents too. So we should be able to relate with them the way we should, the way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has guided us to do. And of course, there are limits to this. And if we have such extreme in-laws, extreme to the right, when I mean extreme to the right, some in-laws can be very funny. And that is why we have the elderly ones among us. And we have the scholars among us. They are always there, readily available to guide us on how to relate with them. And it's also very important that you maintain the middle course in whatever you're doing between your parents and your in-laws, because your in-laws, they are also as good as your own parents. And you should consider that they have given you their own child. And I think, ideally, what Islam says and what the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us, the best way is to be nice to them, in as much as they are our parents. And of course, to every other Muslims. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So thank you for watching this episode of Metromale. It's been wonderful. It's been interesting. It's been remarkable. We've been scrolling his number.
Please do not call me.
Hopefully, by next episode, we'll see some results and feedback as to my brother Bizu's single status. So thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate you staying tuned. Well, by God's grace, next time you will catch us here on Metromale. My name is Sultan, aka, let me do it the right way, Abdul-Ganiyy Fasasi, aka Sultan, here with my brother.
My name is Saheed Osikoya, aka Bizzle.
My name is Ahmad, aka Ahmad.
Aka Doctor.
You have started putting aka.
Everybody has aka. So
Listen, you release single.
no. That was not my calling.
All right, from my brothers and I, Masalam.
Masalam.
Masalam.